This is my 1995 Mitsubishi Pajero, and these are the first 3,000 kilometres I've put on it. Earlier this year, my dad told me he was handing me back the keys to his 97 Corolla hatchback, the same car he'd been daily driving for 7 years. With a red saloon already in my possession, and no inside space for it, I regrettably knew the car would have to be sold. At the same time, I've been watching a lot of my friends drift towards Japanese 4x4s. There's something appealing about the idea of a capable, simple machine you can use to explore the country and beyond. Something that balances 90s nostalgia with practicality. This year felt like the right moment to add one to my own collection. My friend Derek happened to have 3 Mark II Pajeros in his possession. This one was 100% the roughest. It had been used as a parts donor for the last few years. It had already given up mirrors, interior panels, and other various odds and ends, but it was still mostly there, and the bones were good. After a bit of coaxing it into running and driving, it went straight to old-timer Automotive. Brian sorted the usual issues, a few mechanical oddities, some rust that all these Pajeros suffer from, but a couple of weeks later, it was back with me, road legal, and ready for the last stretch of good weather. My first proper drive in this was the trip home from West Tip to Waterford, about 180 kilometres at night in heavy rain. It gave me time to get comfortable with the Jeep, what it likes and what it doesn't, just something that I place massive value on. As soon as it was back home, I was keen to apply some personal touches. Black press plates, some stickers in the appropriate places, and interior pieces that I'd been collecting over the previous weeks. After that, the drives got longer. 1,000-kilometre round trip to Valencia Island in West Kerry really drove home my love for this machine. It helps when you're with 8 good friends just touring the west of Ireland in a bunch of 90s Jeeps. Certainly helps when the weather plays ball as well. One of the things I've grown to like most about it is it forces you to slow down. You're never in a rush. You're not trying to carve up B roads or fly down motorways. It just moves along at its own pace. In the few months I've had it on the road, I've covered 3,000 kilometres. Not a huge distance, but enough to get a real feel for it. Its noises, its habits, its strengths, and the things you just accept with a 30-year-old diesel. I didn't acquire this machine in the hopes that I would suddenly get the urge to begin hiking mountains, fishing or camping. These are activities that I already do, and I wanted a capable machine that I can use to enhance those experiences, and this thing has certainly managed to do that so far. It's not perfect. It rattles, it creaks, and due to a dodgy injector, it's got a constantly faint smell of diesel off it, at least until I get it back to Brian's next month for some further refinement. But that's all part of its honesty. Is mechanical in a way most cars no longer are. You feel everything through your body. Nothing is filtered, especially not the agricultural soundtrack. Somewhere around the 1,000-kilometre mark, I realised I'd started choosing it over my other vehicles. It became the one I reached for when I just wanted to get out of the house, whether that was for a few moments on a Sunday morning or a weekend touring around the Wicklow Mountains. It's taken everything I've thrown at it in its stride. It's not exciting in the traditional sense, but it has a presence and a humility that I've become quite fond of. Kilometres isn't much, but it's enough to know this thing isn't going anywhere. It's changed how I explore, how I film, and how I drive in a way that I didn't think it would. What started as a scruffy rescue has turned into something I genuinely enjoy spending time with. A healthy reminder that not everything has to be fast to be cool. Many adventures I'm about to embark on, and I'll be taking you all along for the journey for many of them. But for now, I'll leave you with these last few moments in silence. Thanks for watching.